Since its inaugural year, you guys won the National Campus Chapter in 2020 in November. Explain how you felt after you won the National Campus Chapter celebration.
Well, as you know, John, I was recording the ceremony that night. I was watching it here at home on Zoom, and I had only found out not long before then that the ceremony was even happening, because there's some confusion about with the pandemic. Usually it's in person in August or September. This year it was going to be virtual all the way in November, closer to Thanksgiving. And so that was just trying to figure that out. And I was just here watching it, and they're going through the list of winners of different things. And they, mentioned the runner-up. And then when they said, and the winner this year is William Patterson University. And as I told you and your fellow members, I was recording, you can hear in the background that I actually jumped up because I couldn't believe that they mentioned our name. So you can hear in that video my jumping on my tiled floor in my kitchen. Because as I've said, I couldn't almost imagine that when we started this organization in 2017, that only 3 years later, we're going to win nationally. We're beating out schools that are 3 times the size of ours. We're being recognized on the same plane as schools like Ohio University, DePaul, University of Florida, Minnesota, these schools that have many more resources than we do, big budgets maybe to spend on SPJ events and to go to conferences and all that. So I was so grateful to the Society of Professional Journalists for recognizing that we had done all of that hard work, even though we're maybe have less name recognition than some of the other schools that they're used to dealing with. And it's just pride in that if you put a lot of effort into something, it doesn't matter where you go to school, where you're from, that you can put that effort into it and people are going to recognize it. And I think that's a really powerful message of what I came out of that with, of like, it's not just like, oh, they're going to dismiss us because we're a smaller university, they haven't heard of us before. They read the reports of what all the different chapters across the country were doing, almost 100 of them, and said William Patterson was the best. And that to me is really powerful.
Yeah, I think that says a lot about what kind of events we've had. I think it says a lot. The reality checks mean something to people, especially to the national organization. And I think our workshops, our field trips mean a lot to other people. So explain your feelings of how much you guys think you've accomplished in such a short span of when you first started.
If you are someone who hustles and you're able to quickly plan events and understand that this all takes a lot of work, and a lot of it is unseen work, and it's work that is happening late at night, and me scrambling to find speakers every semester or asking students all the time, what would you like us to do this semester? Where would you like us to go? Who would you like to shadow? If I could get anybody in the world for us to hear from as a reality check speaker, who would it be?
So I want to thank everyone for joining us today. You can follow WPSPJ on Twitter and Instagram at WPSPJ. And you can follow College of Arts Communication on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at WPCoAC. Thank you everyone for joining us. Please subscribe to our YouTube page too. Thank you, Dr. Hirshon.